Welcome, I'm Bill Wake. We're working on a set of tools for Dulcimer players, and we're to the point where we want to do persistence. I thought we'd be doing it last week, but I think we'd made the right decision to do a bunch of other kind of more cleanup and basic things. So we'll start in today. We're going to take the approach of trying SwiftData. We tried it on an earlier project, and it kind of fell apart on us. I don't know, I still have concerns about some of the way it works together. It's kind of hard to test it and make sure. But I think our data model in this case is much simpler than the, I think, recursive one we had last time or whatever. But let's see how it does. In our worst case, if we have to, we can just do file IO. The data we're talking about it's maybe 500 songs you might know, and performance data for those, which is each, mostly a date and a possible string. So not a huge amount of stuff. It causes a little pause to load it, but I don't think it'll be too bad. But maybe we won't need that. Okay, I did a couple things offline. I put in a message when there's no performances found. I just felt like it was a little weird being blank. And I also did a field to count the performances. So that was kind of the last two things we had to do before to wrap up the stuff we had for Jamlog. So let's just go in and we'll add one earlier so we can see the effect of that. Okay, so we have no performances, we get nothing. One performance, we get just that performance. But if I add a performance for today, it'll say today's, the most recent, +1. Also, most played, so that's descending. I think we made this ascending. I don't know. Last played sounds like it wants to be descending too, so we'll do that at some point. But a couple of minor things. And then let's see the performances. Yeah, so we haven't saved a performance yet on Boil Them Cabbage. So let's save a performance and Boil Them Cabbage. And now we have that value there. So just a little one-liner rather than a blank screen there. Okay, where is my session? There we go. Welcome, Mudshark 666. Okay, well, the stuff with, let's get this copied down first, I guess. Christmas is coming. Christmas Eve. I was having weird problems with my mic. I almost wonder if one of my USB ports has gone on me. But I got it plugged in somewhere else and it seems to be working, if you can hear me. Persistence for the library. Okay, so what are we going to do? Well, we have to make this thing a data model in the SwiftData sense. Okay, so let's do SwiftData model and what goes on with that. Then we have some stuff to do on our data for queries. I don't know. I remember use that query. For array of songs in our case. We'll see. All right. Now we may be able to do filtering and sorting through that instead of on our side. I don't know that. Again, it's sort of that intermediate sized data. It's not clear whether we'll get too much payback on that. But just to learn how to use the SwiftData model a little more accurately to what it wants, maybe we'll just focus there for that. Let's see. I'm only working, doing Twitch sessions today and tomorrow, and I'll be off Christmas Day through the first Monday in January, which I believe is the 6th. So, forewarned. All right. Oh, good. Sounds fine. All right. So I think we just put import. Yeah, here it is. Import SwiftData, put add model, and then add a model container. All right. Now our stuff has things that are going to interfere with that, so we'll just have to deal with it. But our core thing is song. That should be no. What's observable? What is observable? Maybe it's the library. Yeah. Okay. Now, do I have to? All right. Well, let's do this much. This is the. Well, maybe it does go in the library. Import SwiftData. At model. I mean, library is the big total thing we want to bring in. It has all the songs. Does not conform to decodable. Why not? Is it the coding keys? I've had, let's see, well, we'll do the last thing. On your window group model container for whatever.self. To the window group. Okay. Now it's from what decodable. No, I don't think I have to do that if I do everything right. Now the only field is song, so let's go make sure song is decodable. Says it is. Well, let's do a build. I don't know, maybe the coding keys. Okay, referencing window group has no. Well, let's need SwiftData too then. Referring its instance method set value for key on array requires song conform to persistent model. Okay. Requires song conform to persistent model. Okay. Now it's going to say song doesn't either, right? Model requires an initializer for song. Oh, he should probably be a class, right? Why? Maybe performance doesn't conform. String certainly should. Well, what's clear? I don't really know why I'm in this problem. Well, all kinds of things were. Our updated song was never coming. Sure. Set not persistent. Okay, maybe I read these. Okay, library does not, song does not, doesn't like it's the line it created for me. I guess it's not, that's Swift lint complaining, not Xcode per se. It is a lot of fields. And I'm not sure about being a class. Said it had to be a model. Okay, DPN Swift module, no such file. Objects normal. Protocol. Now, if it's okay, let's build our own little thing. Cannot infer a contextual base in reference to member numeric. In reference to member omitted. Time omitted. Well, I don't see what that means. It went away. Okay. Protocol requires a knit from. See if it'll create it, but I shouldn't have to. Oh. Tapped. Let's see what it claims. It went back and forth a little bit. Yeah, it might be the mic. My OBS says default, and it doesn't show the Samson mic that my settings does, so I'll try. I don't know what I can do to adjust. Dear WJ, yeah, we're working in Swift. It's trying to get some persistence going. Now, I don't understand why it's not generating that stuff by itself. And I thought maybe I might do codable. I don't know if there's any difference there. Okay, that class conforms to codable out of the box. Okay. Yeah, inheritance is not good, but I don't know if there's, I mean, it's supposed to be able to go both ways, so whatever. I don't know why the macro isn't showing. Requires a knit from with type decodable. Yeah, so SwiftData basically, I think, wraps up MySQL, or no, SQLite. And if you flag your objects with this app model, it's supposed to be kind of automatic. The last time I did SwiftData stuff, I ended up giving up, but I think I got farther than this. Okay, required default implementation provided. Let's try a different field. Does not conform to decodable. We had this. I think he goes to SwiftData right away. Okay, so he's got all strings dates, but he has bucket list item and living accommodation. As long as everybody does that, that's fine. No, there was... Maybe this is it. Okay, it's codable. Well, it's a struct. I wonder if that matters. No, cannot be applied. Okay. Okay, let me take the model off. Let's see if that makes a difference. I know it does look so simple. And we're not doing anything. I mean, like literally nothing. Okay, so now if I take the model off, it says you claim it's codable, I'll synthesize the codable stuff for you, which is what I want. But the app model is causing trouble. Okay. Maybe I'm not supposed to declare it codable. Broke codable. Okay. Okay, yeah, maybe I'm... Okay, let's try it the other way. Okay, that may be it. Let's take these off. A message that says you can't make it decodable would be really helpful. Okay, we're still decode from. Oh, now this, yeah, we're going to be in trouble with this. Okay, non-class song to must cannot conform to protocol persistent model. I think that's old. Referencing in value 4 key to on set requires that performance conform to encodable. I thought we did that, but maybe it has the same. It does. We're going to be breaking other things when we do this. Okay. I think we established the codable is not the issue. Let's do this for now. Referencing instance method set value 4 key requires that performance conform to uncodable. Okay, I maybe have done that now, right? Have I got model? No. One of my issues with this is that it makes you change your model. Cannot expand accessors. Cannot expand accessors on variable declared with let. Does that mean I need to make it a var? Okay. Yeah, let's do that. And we want to treat them like structs so the constructor can set them, but nobody else can. Well, it's good for me to get the Java 6 stuff going. Needed an identifier UUID. I don't know. It depends how they're going to map it, which also is kind of assigned to me, but I mean, it's an embedded object. The array is embedded in this other object. Let's get in some sort of order here. Library contains song. Song contains performances. So, I mean, if it just builds them in pure containment, I don't think it has to identify it, but I don't know. Okay, I think we got rid of our warnings anyway. No? Huh. Oh yeah, we'll just get this. Yeah. We're just going to comment out the whole routine for the moment while we explore this. Okay. Referencing instance method set value for key 2 on set requires that performance conform to encodable and decodable. But if it's a model, ugh. Now they're grayed out. Does that mean it's really not a problem? No. Implicit return. Yeah. Referencing instance set value for key 2 on set requires performance conform to encodable. But we already established if I make this codable, it's gonna mess up. I don't know, is it that I'm only containing library.self? Does this take multiple? For model type, any type. Yeah, I can do this. Let's try that. I guess that would say put them all in their own thing, so we may need a UUID yet. Build. Oh, now performance is still. Okay, let's take this out and see if that helped anything. Requires performance to encode. Requires init from an expansion shown here, not shown. Okay. Well, I totally forget how to do those. Init from decoder, and then we have a function encode. Well, let's just try decodable first. Not convinced it's gonna work, but all right. So we do a container. Not enough coding keys. We may have to make our own. assign value of type int to date. Well, that's a good guess. Oh, I don't know what to return here. Okay. White space after opening braces. That's a weird remark. Okay. Well, I guess he wants encodable. And then we gotta reverse it. This is the kind of boilerplate I just despise writing. Contained by coding on itself, encode date, date. Fortunately, we're a little flatter than that. Remarks. The performance problem related to song to error. No, I deleted tone to totally. I don't understand why it wants codable for the one but not the other. You know, like library stands in the relationship of I hold songs, and yet song is not required to be codable, and song is in the says I hold performances, and he is required to be quotable. So I have no idea. All right, now let's run. We should come up but have an empty database, basically empty list of songs. Now we have song 2. I just created it so I'd have something with fewer fields that I could start doing, because I thought I didn't know if UUID or set a performance or one of these strings what was causing the problems, but it seemed like it was focused on performance, so I deleted song 2. Okay, unexpected relationship type set of performance. Okay. That sounds more like what you're saying. I mean, I know there are ways to tell relationships. Maybe I have to quote this. Yeah. Really? I'm the first person on the internet to have this problem? Why don't I believe it? Unexpected relationship type. That seems like a... Wow. Okay. Let's go back here. This one has a thing with a contents bucket living list. Okay, relationship. Controls inverse and okay, well, let's try Okay, he's putting trip and living accommodation. Bucket list item is not. Okay. All right. His destination's simple, right? Doesn't reference other objects. Okay. I wish his stuff had an up button so I could get to the parent article instead of having to kind of go forward. He's going to fetch them and do this and filter. That's all good. Relationships. That was what we want. Okay, so like ours, we have site. An add method, that's fine. Relationship. Okay. Okay, delete. If you delete the object, delete its contents. Yeah, so performances aren't a separate thing for us. So hopefully that's all it needs to know. Yeah, maybe there is something going on with sets. I mean, this doesn't have to be a set. We could make it into an array. Yeah, it's not happy. Okay, let's see if anybody's doing that. Unfortunately, set is a very generic word. This is saying something. Okay, model class item, timestamp date tag of tag. And then build one by default, okay. And then init string, but not item. indicates a significant success to 6 SwiftData in transforming models to define constructors. Well, I guess they're saying we call this. Okay. I guess that's. Yeah, maybe sets are the issue. Declare arrays to use. Okay, so maybe that's the core thing. Requirement to use arrays to declare relationships, as opposed to here we go. Okay. So yeah, he doesn't like that. So this is exactly the kind of thing I hated last time, that we end up bending our model, and something that's true about our model, that we don't allow duplicates, and we keep them sorted. Well, we sort them on the way out, so that part's okay, but we don't allow duplicates. Let's go find the uses of this. Okay, he's showing it. He does the sorting. That's fine. Performances. Okay, that is fetching. Fetching. Here's add. Okay. So I'm going to make this array-like. Now the append part is fine, but what if we make the date unique? Yeah. Although it's unique in the context of its particular thing, right? So that's a little tricky. They're unique within songs. Not more than one object with that value. Okay, that's not quite right for us. Absurd or Swift's way of honoring it. Yeah, it's weird because it's the array that's unique, not the individual item. Let's add the song ID and make it unique. Right. Well, I think I'll do it at the language level for the moment. And let's remove all where if performance dot date equals $0 dot date. Okay, so we're going to remove anything that has the same date, then append this. I think that's okay. All right, let's try to run. Yeah, and I'm not sure what you have to do to make a compound key either. If you need a song ID and... Yeah, you would remove any remark. That's already kind of an ambiguity for us, isn't it? The way we are now, without the persistence, if you put the same one in with two different marks, we'd get two different entries, I think. All right, at least we didn't blow up. Okay, let's add a song and see if what we do to things. We'll do song 1 and song 2. Okay, now I think this might be okay from these guys' perspective. Yeah, they don't notice. Name, source, tuning tab, and I don't have a way to edit them here, unfortunately. I think we probably should have edited that last week, but oh well. Let's update something. Let's give it two different keys. We'll make it A, EAD, and a source, Z. No, we didn't fix that either. Okay. Tuning. Well, they're different keys. Yeah, it's hard to tell anything in here. Let's try this one. Source, tuning. I guess I need two songs in the same tuning. Okay. Save, and yeah, that ought to be enough. Source, okay, none comes before the others, and tuning, I guess I'd have to add another A song to be interesting that way. Let's do that. Okay, so tuning should put the last one first. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, let's go consider this remark thing. Well, maybe I should just filter on both fields. Now, I almost don't mind if this overrides my earlier one with data 2. I guess if I do this, I'm going to get rid of data 2, right? Yeah. Well, let's require that too then. Performance. But it was song, wasn't it? Okay. Well, I think because we're hashable, we have this already, don't we? Yeah, I think this way, if you do it twice with different remarks, then you get both, which seems okay. I think it's a little obscure, so I'm not terribly worried about it, but let's just put a song in. So it looked like the sorting was working, so I'm happy with that. I'm not going to have song remarks, but we'll give it a quick one, and then we'll give it one that's like remarks 1. Yeah, kept them both, and then let's give it remarks 2. Yeah, okay. I think that's probably the right choice. But if I bump this... Oh, now they're coming back the same. Why? Well, maybe I gotta be explicit. Yeah, you're right. Guess the number doesn't matter. We'll add this, add that, no duplicates. Add one with remarks. What's going on? This is something else that's normally there. That's... No. Well, let's break here and see if we're actually running. Let's record. Are you frozen? No. Remark 1. And oh, he is stopped. Okay. Okay, yeah, he's observable. Date empty, remarks empty. Excuse me. I don't understand why that's like that. Performance sus is the array. Is it just not showing it to me? All right, but if I step over, why? Okay. On value. Okay, so that really is there. Okay, so they're the same. And let's see performance.remarks. And the array has nothing. Okay, so this should just append according to my theory. Now, we don't do a save. Is that what's driving it crazy? No, it just works now. Of course. Okay, try again. Let's put in remarks, remark 2. Clean this out and go. Okay. Remark, remark. Okay, good. And this should do nothing. Okay. He's adding it. No, he's not. He just makes it the most recent. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Something weird. But it seems to be working. Okay, and the most recent was now, but if I do this, I don't have any more, but now the last one's the most recent without the remark. Okay, that all feels okay. Now, all right, what I want to do at this point is run our tests and see if we broken stuff yet. We don't directly test that our file load worked. That was more up at that level. Okay, a song, right. Okay, well, we'll just take performances for that. That's fine. We did change the type. Variable song one was never mutilated. I guess because they're classes now, if you change the fields, it's not really the same. You're not changing the pointer. Okay, run tests. Now, what I don't know is if they're going to get all confused about like, hey, you can't do this without a data context. All right, good. Let's put this in as first steps toward SwiftData. Added model, updated structs to be classes. Okay. I think we're okay because the way we set it up is the usages do the sorting. Yeah, no, it's not lucky. We set that up somewhere that I believe we set it up, I should say. I know in the views all ask, see, everybody asks for the sorted list, I guess, is what it is. Where's song? Library. So people are calling this songs method that filters and sorts. Database is not involved in that aspect of it. So that means it should not change. Okay. All right. Let's go back to Paul's thing and okay, now I'm gonna run it. I think the thing we're gonna see, well, I don't know. I don't know if we'll see persistence. We ran the test in the middle, so I don't know that. I don't think we've done anything to save these things. Song 1. Okay, and song 2. Right, and then back, and then, well, what would save them? What would trigger that? I don't know if I can. Somewhere I thought things got auto-saved, but we'll give it a few seconds. I think give it a chance to make sure everything cleans out. Okay, and we will quit. Now if I restart the same one, we don't have them. Okay. All right. And I believe the reason is we created these things, but we did not commit them to the container. Okay. I'll delete. I imagine there's an insert here somewhere. Insert a new destination in our context. Okay. A few small changes, starting with storage to track our navigation stack. Well, I don't think we're doing that. I mean, somewhere, add destination. Right, we need to do this. Model context equals insert. Okay, and then the model context, we need an environment variable for that. I think he put one in one of his early steps there. No. So at query, yeah, so, man, the assumption seems to be that you're going to do this stuff in the view and not in your objects. And I felt like that's kind of one of the things we were fighting last time. I feel like we were fighting on 4 or 5 fronts with SwiftData. Okay, so yeah, here we go. Environment model container of context. Right. I mean, it's the view that's saving it, so it's the view that has to know this context. Now let's go in our thing. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's. I think the thing that it fits for. I mean, if your basic sort of CRUD kind of app, create, read, update, delete, and you're going to have this list of stuff, and you're going to show it a bunch of ways, and maybe you'll sort it, or maybe you'll filter it, but all that can be done up at the view level. It seems to fit that pretty nicely, and the more you think, oh, I really want separate objects, and I really want them to interact, and all these things. I think that I think that just kind of gets away from the model they have in mind. Maybe, I don't know. This is part of. I mean, I'm in a relatively isolated in the community. I think I don't interact with a lot of Swift developers per se. I mean, I know some, but I can't like bug John Reed every time I write an app to come show me what to do. Or I don't know, Daniel Steinberg or whoever else, I don't know Paul Hudson at all. But I think that's the difference, is that they want the view to know this stuff and I want my model to know it. And so it's almost like my library object that contains songs they would rather have that be array of songs up at the queried level, and I don't think I put the query in my model, but maybe I can. But anyway, let's deal with the other part of this. I want to get this model context. I need to make sure when we call that insert that we do the model context stuff. Yeah, I know there's a way to push things in. I mean, we'll get there. All right, so this is song.addPerformance, and I think somewhere that gets called by a button, right? Library calls it, and he calls update added song. Update is his method. No. Update is this method. Songs.append. Okay, so who calls record, right? That's got to be one of these. Jam log view. Okay. All right, so that's the default performance one. Okay, so let's give this the environment model context. Now, I guess there's a single one. We got the model container. Okay, so we got the model context, and save default performance does that, but then I think he should say insert. Autosave is enabled by default. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So, all right, so if he says model context dot insert what? Performance? Song? Well, we did this remove all thing here, yeah. Let's update library then. I don't know. I mean, library just had a bunch of stuff changed inside it, so hopefully this does something. All right, so that's to record the one. I think we do the equivalent here. And then save song, library.update song. Well, we just changed the library. Okay, and those are the three save methods we have. Everything else is display, what little there is. And they get passed along and called. Okay, well, let's see what we're doing. Is it a pen that needs to be insert? Well, my model of this, my mental model is that I'm going to change the objects online and then I just tell it like, hey, I changed it. And you should overwrite things. I don't know. We'll see. I may be messing it up with my read thing though. No. Okay. Well, let's go look at that. Library. Where is that? DPN calls ContentView library.read. I think that's the part that's wrong. Yeah, I mean, if this model works, right? I mean, that seems the best. I just say I change things and it catches them. All right, but I think what I'm doing here is because I do library.read. Oh, it's a separate IO file. He doesn't get a chance to do the database one, right? Something's okay. Okay, so if I define the data model, the model container for destination.self. The model container modifier tells Swift to create the storage or load it if it was created previously. Use that storage all our data inside the window group. I guess with all our data is equivalent to so I think yeah, maybe this is getting to where the query is. Okay, let's make this on library. I don't know. All right, but let's try it. Content view. Okay, so at query var library of type. Okay, we'll just go with that. Okay, now he doesn't know SwiftData. Yeah. Element is not a member. Okay, he wants to be that list of stuff. Oh. Cannot find $library. Oh, I don't know what those guys do. That's just okay. Element. So element, I mean, this is query wants to work with arrays. But library, I mean, he almost doesn't care. All he has is a list of songs. Okay. I mean, to be more like theirs, I'd put @query on here, but I don't think that makes sense in this view. Yeah, he's not. Oh, import SwiftData. He doesn't know @query. @query var destinations. Well, I don't know how come he knows it when I import SwiftData here. And he doesn't know it when I import SwiftData here. Unknown attribute query. @query. I don't think I can spell that word wrong. Whoops, it's short enough. @query. Unknown attribute. Okay. Let's see if queries return collections. Okay. I mean, I guess you could create an array of libraries. Would that work? Well, no, normally, I mean, it knows what to fetch. It fetches all the whatevers, you know. Let's try that as a trick. Well, let me do this. At query var libraries is array of library. Okay. Now we got 3 references to library. And this one needs to change it. I don't know if I can do a $sign $libraries 0. Yeah. All right. I don't know if I can do that. Bind to an element. Observed object list, published var notes. $note. Well, this is the old observable object, so it may not be totally analogous, but I can say $list.notes and then $note. Do I need to tell query what to fetch? I don't think so. But I don't know if do I need the binding now? Look view. I mean, he's got the context. He's going to say library.record. Model context insert library. What if we just pass the library? I'm referencing valid jam log. That's a little weird. Should be able to say at query var library. No, that did not work. I think. Well, whatever that article was saying. Well, I'm not sure now. Query var library. Oh yeah, it always has to be an array. Query. Yeah, I think that's what I was trying to do here. But I'm not sure what the conflict is. Element is not a member of class library. That doesn't seem like it should matter. I mean, this is trying to get the array element. I'm just not sure. Library.element. There is no library.element. Library is not an array. It contains an array. But I would have thought this would be bracket library.element, which would be library. But let's see if we can. Manages models so they stay in sync. Element is a persistent model. Element animation. Predicate of element. I don't know which one we are. Element and transaction? No. Sort? No. I don't know what he thinks he's after. Element and library. Well, again, I think the problem is it doesn't want me to do this. It doesn't want me to create this top level value that contains the stuff. And I mean, I could make this an extension on array, or maybe an array of song, and move those methods there, but I don't really have a library per se. And I think that's the middle shift I'm not getting, right? I mean, they want that query of all stuff that they can walk through or do stuff through. I want to encapsulate that and just make one object that has it that I can do stuff with. I mean, this is definitely specific to that array. These updates definitely match it. The coding keys, I guess that's artificial. The keys is filtering it. Sorted maybe isn't. Hello, started closures in Swift with special syntax $0. Yeah. Welcome. Yeah, that takes a little getting used to, but I like it in this kind of stuff, right? It's like I don't have to worry about creating a variable for the thing I'm doing and all that, and if I can keep track of it, it's pretty good. But somewhere there's the declaration that has both these things, and now I know what $0, $1 is. But it's definitely a shorthand, and you really only need it. I mean, because the closures, you're writing a bunch of them in this style. Oh goodness. So I'm not sure what to do with this. It's kind of like, how much do I want to fight this thing? So really, I almost want to say query var, if I can type it, var library is array of song. Like, he'd be down with that. Like, that's a perfectly great declaration. I don't know what this stuff is, but all right, what's he gonna say? And that's an old. This is because I got rid of libraries. I don't know if I give first line view MD takes a library. What does he do? Well, all songs view takes a library. And he may update the library. Now, maybe I'm missing something in this, the query. We got destinations. As sample can insert stuff. And it should still be there. Insert Rome, but Rome is a destination. Okay, well, I know it's probably not outrageous for it. I mean, we were saving. What were we saving? We were saving those. all the words and all our giant dictionary structure that have 500,000 words in it, and that was reasonable to load immediately. So I'm going to give it today, and we may back out. Yeah, keep the structs. I don't know. That would be so much easier. Maybe I should just go that way. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. I should say take that if it's performant. If it's not, then look into putting it into database thing. It means I have to be a little more aggressive. Well, no, maybe not. I was gonna say aggressive about writing things, and when I change stuff, I'd have to save the database every time, the data file every time. I'm rewriting songs, 500 songs to change one performance line is not ideal. Okay. So what the thing that's interesting to me is like this, how uncoupled this is. I mean, this is a good thing in a way, right? If I create a destination, the query is defined to be much more dynamically like, what are all the destinations you've created? And if I create it and then insert it, it updates the array. I mean, there's a lot of good magic going on there if that's what you need. So the only thing is the view is what owns it instead of the object, like in our case, the library object. All right. Well, let's take a break and come back and give it a little more push. And if we can get through, maybe this will help. Okay. So let's 3 or 4 minutes and we'll be back. Okay. Welcome back. During the break, I ran across this article. Basically, SwiftData and SwiftUI perform best when tightly integrated. And when you separate them, you lose a fair amount of power. Yeah, the only thing you need to persist is the songs. You should be able to keep their performances as structs. Yeah, I would like that. All right, so let's see what he's doing with this. He's got the query var movies. Query only works when it can access the environment, so it's incompatible. That's the thing I want. Okay. All right, let's see if we can make. All right, what I think. Let's call this songs. And I'm going to pass a library built with those songs and see what we can do. Okay, he's read-only. He shouldn't care. The only one that cares is that jam one. And I think maybe we can get around that. I'm hoping. Preference to standard array or set. Okay, let's see if this runs. I'm hoping it runs. I don't know if it will persist. Create a special struct to contain the performances instead of a standard array or set. But I think underneath I would need it, right? I mean, I need an array somewhere. or a list or a set or something. Okay, hopefully this is not, I guess that's my setup. Okay, so he hasn't blown up yet. Jamlog, he's the only one that creates, so I got to use him. Song 1. Okay. Back. He does not get song 1. But maybe we didn't update the right thing for that. Jamlog view. Save song. Let's update song instead. Well, I'm saying the song is the thing that counts. So because I have the array of songs in the query, I'm hoping that updating those will, adding a song will do that. We hope. We'll do song 1 again. Whoa. Save, go back. No. Okay. Why? Because library.record. Okay. All right. Okay, so when you let's find save song. Library.update song. He definitely changes him in the library's song list. Okay, but I don't think I should treat library as a persistent thing. Okay, so when he saves song, he tells the library to update that song, and then we do model context insert. A performance that conforms to codable. I think we have that at this point. We got performance is codable. And he required this. I don't know why. Maybe that's not required. Performance does not conform to protocol hashable, even though I said it does. Automatic for not support for class. Oh, let's try making this a struct again. Cannot convert performance type to array, any persistent array. Okay. Required initializer. Non-type class performance. Okay, so maybe it will synthesize these now that it's a struct again. Cannot convert performance of type. Okay, yeah, that's true. Okay, that's promising. Yeah, that's
So we got song 1. We'll save it and give it a performance. Okay, he's there. If I kill it, go back in. Hey, okay, this is progress. Good catch. Good call. So I think it's 2 changes, right? I think the performance thing, I'm not sure how significant that is. I mean, it makes it more like we had it, which I really like. And we don't really need a separate thing for it in there. That's good. But I think also it's because we're doing the array itself. Now, can we get that back to here? Yes. Okay, well, this is promising then. Okay, and then he should see it too. And if I add song 2, I don't know where the save comes in. Does it save it? Yes. Woohoo. Okay. All right, let's recover stuff then. All right, now let me try changing this back. Let's take this out. I don't know about private set. I think it should just be let's. Okay, he's happy to build though. Okay, let's turn these back to let's. Because we never edit one per se. We replace them or we delete them and run. Now the piece that's, well, yeah, the piece that is missing from where we started today is we used to just load you up. Oh man, what's going on? Song 1 persisted, but song 2 is gone. So maybe there's something we're doing in the saves in there. Let's see, but they were all the same, aren't they? First line. Where's that thing? Is it all songs view? Oh yeah, there we go. He does not have the context. He creates the save song. All right, let's go get that context. No, that's not what I wanted. Okay, environment. And then save song needs to say model context dot insert song. Okay. Let's check who calls this. Now tests don't care. All songs view, jamlog view, library. Okay. Let's run again. Okay, we should still have song 1. Let's go back here, go over here, create song 2. Okay, now this should be in jam log now. Yes. Okay, and if we run it again. Song 2. Now, why is my back button not? Failed to identify a store that can hold instances of library. Why do I need that? Well, we've got something going on. I don't. I think we need to pass that view, the query value, into these other things. Library can do some work, but maybe it doesn't need to. Okay, but something's funny. Fatal to identify a store holding instances of library from this. Okay, but we no longer have instances of library here. Why would he want to? Let me. Can I destroy this? It is. I'm just not sure how to clean it. I'm going to quit this, run it in a new simulator, and hope that it doesn't copy. Yeah, maybe a clean build would be a good idea too. Because I think what happens in the simulator, it seems like even though it runs a different instance, it'll copy stuff over across. We'll see. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go back here, create song 2. Jamlog. Okay, that's where I got last time. Then I quit. I'm getting the same thing. Hold SwiftData backing DPN library. Okay, let's try your other suggestion. Product. That doesn't matter really, but we'll clean build folder. I don't know how to convince it to not carry any data across. Okay, we'll see song 1. We'll go back. And here's song 1. Song 2. Save. Back. Still sees it here. Probably sees it here. What do we got? Okay, so he's there. Now we're going to leave. Whoops. Is he crashing now? Yeah. Okay, I must have somebody who's trying to write a library, insert a library or something. Maybe I missed a insert song, insert song, insert song. Failed to identify a store that. Oh, we got a model on our library still. I hope. Okay, let's just exit. Okay, he exited okay, no complaint. All right, let's run this. I'm going to add this in here because that seemed to be significant. I think I got rid of the thing that matters on that, but let's add song 2, save. Back, jam log, see song 2, back. Well, let's do it the way I did it. So song 2, and close. No complaint. Good. Yes. Okay. Okay. Well, I think we have something. I do think there's conflict going on. There's something between library. So when library gets created now, he's given that query songs thing, but does he update it? I don't think he does. Now the sorted, that's fine. That's used by songs, which gives me songs and a key. Yeah, I guess I don't know how he's gonna. What's the conflict here? I mean, you've added a song and you've changed song, but outside when you did that, we said, okay, let's update song because he's got new performances and he should be changed. So I guess what I don't understand, and this kind of comes down to kind of a fundamental thing, I guess. All right. So I believe what's happening is in our old system, we had library, we had let's at least get the comment back to what we actually had. We had this. Library equals library read songs. And that state, he was at state, was passed into the other views and they dealt with it. Okay, what we're doing now is we're passing in songs, but I think the flow that's happening, and I may be wrong on this, but if you call model context insert song, I think you're affecting query, the query value, because I think he knows, hey, you updated song, so song should change. Do you put query var songs in library? I don't think it works. I think I tried it at one point. Let's make sure. I think it couldn't even find the name of the attribute. Yeah, unknown attribute. Even though it's got SwiftData right there, so he doesn't want it. So I think what I'm doing, I mean, and this is sort of a normal path. Like we update songs. When we update model context, I think we're saying insert song, and it's going to say, well, where do I insert that? I put it in the database, but then that at query should be updated with whatever the result is of that. And so the top level context is changing. But does that change? Does that force the refresh down to the next level? That's what I'm not so sure about. Okay, so I think we need to devise something that we're trying to create a divergence between the saved one and the viewed one. But I think we're doing the work to put the song in the view, like the Jamlog view. He updates the library, and the library is what he builds off of. So where's his view? Yeah, he shows us stuff based on the library and the song. I don't think we can. I think that's what they were saying was query is just not designed to feed stuff to your domain objects. It's designed to feed them to views. And so I think because we're doing the work to make sure that those, in effect, I think we're saying the songs in the library, which is what this view is working from, and the songs in the query, which is the global view, are going to be kept consistent. I think that's what we're doing here. If I took out this, I'm pretty sure we would get the song inserted in the database, and if we went over to first lines, we would see it, but it would not show up in the jam. So let me try that theory, because we do this same dance a couple of times, right? We insert something and then in the library, and then we insert it in the context. Now it's nice enough that the context does its thing. I mean, I'm glad for that. All right, so here we go. All right, so to break this, my kind of hope or expectation, I should say, is I create song 3. It will not show up here, but if I go back and then into Jamlog, I think I would see it. Okay, so song 3, save. Okay, he does show it. Now, is that, yeah, so we did not update this. I don't know how important that is then. We gave him the access to the query. Okay, this is very weird to me. Okay, so song 3 shows up. Even though we did not put it in the library. So we said save Jamlog view, no, song detail view or whatever that thing is, called save song, and there's nothing else that would change the library except that. Okay, so I think at this point the song is there, and he'll be here, and if we close and rerun, I believe he'll still be here. Yeah. Okay, that is really interesting. Well, maybe library is going away. I don't know. Because, so what this implies to me is that inserting the song in the context told it, go find that songs array that had the query on it, adjust that with the new contents, redraw the screen, because we just changed context going to it. We changed the songs, and then library of songs depends on it, so it should change. Okay, so that also implies if I took these off on my performances, that it might still work, which is really weird. Performance equals that. Record, no, this cannot work. I did not change performance on the song. Okay, how weird is this? Yeah, library. The real access thing that counts is this one. Is give me the list of all songs according to key, filter, and sorting. Which could be filtered through key as well, really, but okay. Well, I guess it is. Okay. So yeah, so this one seems, let's see, I guess ContentView. No, where's that function? It's jam log view, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so for the song, we update the song in the library. So save song. Okay. So I think what we would have to do, somewhere I did like let updated song equals, what was that? Was that uses of record? No, it was this thing got to it, all songs view. Okay. Where's the song? Add song view. Song with the name of the filter text. That's the new one. Oh, right. He does not edit songs. He only adds them. Okay, so that tells me I should go back in here and let's edit a song. Source is ABC on song 2. And we'll save the song details. Go back. It's got it there. Got it there. Okay, so save song. Let's go there. He calls insert on song. Right. I mean, I think these two should share more than they do, probably, because the save song is basically the same, but we have a song and we insert it. Now the performance one, let's go to library.record. Yeah, that's where we do the updated song and add performance. So I almost think this comes out. Now, okay. Jamlog view. Okay, I want save default performance because it's slightly simpler. Okay, so we have the song. And I think what I'm saying is updated song equals song. Okay, that's the song we're saving. We're going to add performance to it because song is now a class. Okay. So we'll add performance to it and then insert song because it's changed. And performance, the performance array is a struct containing performances, a struct. So that value object stuff, it just gets updated, but that's reflected in song by that point. And so I think if I took this out, save default performance, I believe, let's do that. Okay, I believe that kind of by the same argument this was, like that'll work. Oh no, what's your problem? Cannot find updated song. Okay, so my theory was inserting this in the context updates the query, which triggers a redraw and shows the new song in the list. And I think the same thing here, updating, inserting this song. Now, song, does he have ID? He is identifiable. I think that kind of could come for free, but we'll let it go. All right. So I believe this will make save default performance work. Okay, so let's try it. Okay, so song ABC has no performance. Let's give it one. And hopefully this redraws. Okay. Yeah, wild. Okay, so I can do the same trick down here. This is just with the real song. So I don't have to do anything in library. I'm just taking the song, adding the performance, and updated song. Okay, and this just had the 3 songs, didn't create a new one. That's good. If library is made observable, will that keep the array updated? I don't think we even have to do that. It looks like, right? I mean, it's updating it. Yeah, so I think we're working with the songs directly. I don't like this error, but I don't think it's anything weird. I mean, I think that's a macro expansion thing. It's not anything we do. Okay. All right, so we should have those 3 songs. We got the last performance. Let's add a new performance with remarks. Remarks on 2. Okay, he's got them both. He shows them there. Good. Okay, if I go out, well, let's go all the way out. Run it. I should see remarks on 2. That's promising. Okay. Yeah. Now this, okay. Let's run tests. At some point, I'm going to screw up these tests, right? I mean, I'm deleting, nobody's calling this anymore, I don't think. A test is a library jam log. Oh, jam log is. All right, I'm confused. Jam log view. Save performance library.record. I don't think that one does anything. But I need to go back and make sure to test it again manually. Okay, so with this, library.record is only called here, which I guess is redundant, or yeah, not needed. I don't think we need the library saves or library records, so we don't need to test that. All right, so I should have everything there. All right, let's add one for song 1. Remark 1. Oh, something's going wrong. I don't know. This stuff is coming up, has been coming up. The filters are still inside library, but oh yeah, we haven't seen those. What went wrong here? Performance. Okay. It looks like he updated. Okay, so remark 1. Let's make remark 1B. Okay. So, okay, why do the filters? Oh, I think yes, the filters are inside library. Well, let's try it. Containing 3. Yeah, so that still works. The filters are used there. Let's get them in. The key thing is this songs method, but that's what's get called by the view. Okay, so I don't know, my picture making is not so great, but maybe I should, maybe I should try. Let's just add a slide. All right, so here's content view. Jam log view, and I think it's jam detail view. Okay, so this thing owns the state, the songs array. Okay. And so I think what's happening is when he comes down, he builds a library with the current songs. And then he passes the library down to jam detail view. Okay, which so this thing he edits the song context. Okay, and so I think what's going on is it triggers a redraw. So this action triggers query songs to update, and then the IO view sorry, the content view says, hey, I see songs just changed. I need to update any views that depend on that. Well, here's a view I have to call. I pass in the songs to the library, so that depends on it. And so he redoes this call with a new library. And then this one gets past the new library if you go that far. But we're just displaying. So the first time you had library 1 and then, or library, and then library 2. Good naming convention. All right. So the first time through, library came in, updated songs, that triggered this redraw, calls with a new library and does this. And if it went on, library 2 would come in and so on. And so I think that works for the filters. I'm not sure if I'm being consistent. If you do a filter, you're changing state in Jamlog view, right? No. Where is that filter? Filter is filter. I don't know who owns that. Jamlog view. Content view? No. Okay, Jamlog view. Filter, where's that coming from? Well, I know we call save default performance. It's filter of string. Oh, wait a minute. Jamlog song, quick save has the method that takes this filter. Where's that filter coming from? Oh. I guess all songs view must be doing something with it. There it is. Okay. Oh, yeah. Is he sorting? Well, I guess, yeah, space comes before 1. Tuning's the same. Most played, last played, most played. Yeah, so I think he is sorting. But I think it's the same mechanism. Sorry, but they're both coming in the same way, I think. Okay. Now, I'm not convinced. Where's Jamlog view? Jam detail view passes save song. And he does. I'm curious why there's the 2. Who calls this? Add song view. Okay. Well, I'm inclined to consolidate here, clean up my comments, and leave ourselves a task. Okay, Swift data model, yes. On song, at query for array of songs in content view, filtering and sorting, still work. Okay. I think the thing to do next is delete, update, record methods in library. We got to figure out how to do that, but I think we can do it. Okay. And then in the context of these, what have I got commented out? I'm going to take this out. No, library. I don't know that he needs to be. Let's remove that too. All songs view I don't think changed. Song certainly did, but I don't see any comments. Performance changed. Oh, we should try var for those. Oh no, let is fine. Okay. Jam log view. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, we'll take out this. That. And it was all songs view. I believe we can take out that. Well, they don't use save song at this point. Okay, so we haven't run tests. Okay. Yeah, SwiftData likes its model simple, doesn't it? So I guess the big thing we did was we pulled out the array and took that away from library for the most part. And I think more of it will disappear as we continue cleaning up. The performance stuff didn't matter because it's all strictly contained inside song, and we just have to treat it that way. And then we have to force ourselves to update, do the insert on the context in when those things are triggered. Now that's all up in view. I don't know. It seems, well, you're telling it. I mean, usually I would try and encapsulate the thing that knows the data model, but this really pushes against it. So I don't know. I struggle between like what's the philosophy of SwiftData and what's my philosophy of trying to keep things separated and closer to hexagonal kind of architecture, maybe, and not passing an actual model context, but passing something that contains one or knows one or does something, and being able to replace the IO. We're not able to do that here. All right. Well, I'll be back tomorrow, but not the rest of the week or the rest of the year. 2 to 4:30 Eastern, 7 to 9:30 p.m. UTC. Thanks for coming along on this. I'm glad it worked out better than the last time we played with SwiftData, and hopefully it's not too bad. I'm still seeing something where I thought I clicked and it didn't update, but we'll look for that some more. Okay, thank you, and have a good evening. Take care. Good night.